So a couple days ago I was in here. I didn't video record it, but I wanted to record it today. There's some deer bones up here and possibly other things right by a hole. You can see them right there. And it might, let's see if they're moved or not. You know, possibly whatever it is has it's a small hole going up in there. So whatever it is probably not taking these deer down at all, but gathering the bones. Or maybe leftovers. This hole is small. I mean, I don't even know if I can get my hand in there. Look at that, guys. It's tiny. You guys see anything in there? Maybe I'll get bit. I don't know if that's deer hair. I don't know. Maybe raccoon. That looks kind of like raccoon hair. Here's the things like Sasquatch wise, you know, even like coyote holes and things. I've seen coyote hole where it was totally covered with sticks, like they're trying to block it in. But Sasquatch wise, or those smaller 3-foot beings, they like these, which I got proof of that. One of my first videos I ever uploaded was one of those beings holding a skull like that. And it wasn't clear, but it was clear enough to see the, like, where the skull was. And these are the 3-foot tall beings, the smaller ones. The baby was like half the size of the skull. And Mama was cradling the baby and holding the skull into her at the same time the baby was clutching onto the skull. So I think they use them for play toys or just something for fun. I don't know, but the video was clear enough to where at one point you can see the gray fingers coming and brush the top of the young one's head, right? Which I got a couple different videos and breakdowns. But they like interact with the forest animals. And if you look at this, see where it comes up and out, and the one bone's at that part of the stick and the other bone's at this part of the stick. Now look at the end of this. This is something you'll see in structure in quite a bit. You know, see how weird that is? Which comes out of a dead tree and is kind of it would be the knot to the tree or whatever. But to me it looks like it's placed. And then if you ever pay attention to structure, and they always bring a bunch of things to one exact point. Like right here, see the white birch? You see where they all cross at that exact point? It's like a teepee type structure. And their seat spots, these smaller beings, are like the size of my hand. So anyways, I just wanted to video that. I'll do a little bit. I lost my Leatherman back in here. That's why I had to come back into these woods to see if I can find my Leatherman. I think I know where it's at. I had to cut a piece of rope. That was a grouse. I don't know if that picked up on camera. I absolutely love this area. There's one leaned up and in. Some of these, like right there, right? This one here, it goes way back under these branches up here. So like if it fell, there's no way that could be in there as far as it is. It would have fell outside of it. And so this is picked up and shoved in there. More bones. Look at that, guys. Now, the chances of both of these, right? It's the jawbone. Look at that. That almost looks like it was sawed off. Look at that. I mean, the chances of that happening, right? Slim to none for them both to be there. Look at this. It was definitely, I mean, it's sawed into, right? That's just weird. And see how symmetrical this is? And I see that too, where the bones are structured. Here's one with a branch on it. Now these will be the smaller ones, the small beings. There's a packed down spot right there. And these are the ones I have recorded. I was actually trying to get a piece of chaga off a tree. That's why I left my Leatherman, because I ended up trying to tie my handsaw to a big stick, tree stick, to cut the chaga, and that didn't work. Now here's your bends, right? And a lot of times the bends will line up with the first trees in the background. And there'll probably be a seat spot right here somewhere. Let's see where it lines up with the... So what they like to do, not all the time, but see the first brush in the background there? It's like they like to outline that. So when you sit in their seat spot, it lines up like that. And right there, I think, is the seat spot right here. Right here, it's all packed down. See a little bowled out spot right here? And the leaves are moved. Like they'll sit and tinker with this stuff. There's a bunch of little seeds in here that have been picked open. There's your symmetrical triangle. Right, now see the two they bent upwards? You see how they brought them right to that, and then it all crosses right there at that exact point. Even the Y part of the one, they crossed it. There's a little fork trident one right there. Let's see if this bend. Look at this little structure. And you see how it lands right on the Y? The one that goes under it lands right on the Y. And you see the leaves all moved right here? They're sitting here. These are the small beings, and there is no lack of them. Like, I find seat spots and structure like this everywhere. Just trying to see how it would line up. Anyways, you guys get the point, I think. I try to be careful of where I step, because they do little structuring like this all over. Like, I don't know, people think some people think I'm crazy because they say I say everything's Sasquatch in the woods, you know, like evidence, but I am telling you, there's got to be a pile of these smaller beings out here, because everything gets structured. Even after storms and wind blowing stuff, they structure it. It's like they love to structure it. And there's no lack of it. There's no lack of round seat spots right at structures. They're absolutely done. You know, and I can prove that really quick if anybody listens to me, because all the structuring happens is, you know, it'll come to exact, say an asterisk, right, where like 4 or 5 will cross perfectly. Say, yeah, maybe that could happen, right? But the next one that kicks out of it and goes to the next structure will hit the next exact points, and then on and on and on. It's, and I can show that in a small area. I can show that in a small area over and over and over again. With the round bowled out seat spots, with foot impressions. Little crick. Mosquitoes are out full bore. Well, they'll get worse, but they just started coming out. You know, look at this beautiful symmetrical X, and you see how they used matching sticks for that. So that's another thing you'll notice is, like, certain parts of the structure will have, you know, lighter colored sticks used and darker colors. And look at all the small sticks laid out here. That's beautiful. And the seat spot for this one is right there, right there. What better place for these beings to be than by a creek? Who knows? Maybe he went up in here. He could have went under that bank. I'd never know he's in there. Wait till you guys see the structure. I stood on the bend of the structure, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the smaller being structures. The seat spot ain't that big, but I had to stand on the bend because it was right alongside of the birch tree, and I was trying to get high enough to be able to knock this piece of chog off. But it's a beautiful structure. That bend went into an amazing asterisk. It should be right up here somewhere. hunks of chaga on that one. Right there. Oh, if I can get those down, that'd be awesome. If you guys haven't watched my last two videos, you can't leave comments because I put it at set for made for kids and something to do with keeping kids safe from predators or whatever, I don't know, but they won't allow comments left. And I'm sure they will allow comments if you go through certain steps, but I'm not positive. Look at that chaga. Is this it? I think this is the one I was trying to get. Yeah, this is it. I just come in from a different direction. Yeah, here, look at this, guys. Look at that. Amazing. This is this being's seat spot. But look at the bend that comes into that. When you know, you know. I don't know if this being was happy with me because I was all up in his seat spot and I was standing up on top of that. Oh, I wish I could get that. I tried climbing it. I could climb it, but there's that Y there that's hard to get by. Maybe I'll try using that stick again. I didn't, it's a live tree. Actually, it's not live. It's not that old though, and it was one of their structures where they broke it. I think it was over here somewhere, but they snapped it down. So I went part way up and cut it. Oh, here's the crazy thing. When I was done using it, I was not into this. Like, and it was facing that way. When I dropped it down, it was facing that way, and I tossed it. But here's what they did with it. They brought it right into their structure, right? And you see where they brought it into? Where every single one of these cross, right? So he was here, or he or she. Look at the structure behind it. I don't really remember that either. Look at the bend with the one hung on it. And then all the detailed little sticks they put into it. That's beautiful, guys. And, you know, I don't know where they go, but, you know, maybe they cloak, maybe they go into an energy, you know, different energy level or something. Or maybe they, you know, maybe they just move back because they're going to know you're here way before you get here. And when you're that connected to the woods and they know every noise like the birds make or other animals make that are, you know, birds and other animals, you know, do certain whistles and warnings. And these beings, I guarantee you, know what every little thing means. But I think they can feel the energy through the whole woods. I think they can feel the energy. I think they're directly connected to it. And I think they know pretty darn quickly that you step foot in the woods or are around. Whatever these beings are, they are highly, 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 highly intelligent. Anyways, bye guys.